Apache's trying to hone in on our job.
Let's see who it is.
Free drinks, too.
Poor stuff, though. Very poor.
Vance? I guess he was trying to run away.
Run her back, you're just as dead.
Sam McQuaid, McQuaid Trading Company.
McQuaid?
That's what it says. Do you know it?
Not exactly.
Captain, sir. Y'all like to take a look at this? The words are a little too long for me. Lynn, find some cigars?
Look at this.
No, an armchair general. Been giving Washington advice on how to win the war.
Looks like they took it, too. Read what it says there.
This is to inform you that in accordance with your suggestion, we are sending Major Thomas Reardon from Washington with full authority to negotiate with the Indians for their aid against the Confederates now active in that region. Pursuant to instructions, he will be in Fort Point on the 25th day of this month. That's tomorrow. And you will make such arrangements as necessary for a meeting with Gray Cloud.
Oh, the fools. Don't they know an Apache won't ask whether a man's north or south before they kill him?
Well, what difference does it make if they hit the warpath? They'll be doing our job for us, and we'll be heading south.
What about the settlers who are loyal to our cause, who've helped us?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Man, when I die, I want it to be with a gal from Georgia in one hand and a mint julep in the other.
We'll try to arrange it. Major. Mr. McQuaid has been unavoidably detained. I'll have to ask you to dismount and hand over your orders, Major Reardon. Snap to it, Major. There are no Union soldiers within 30 miles. Your orders, please.
This will do you no good. They'll just send someone else to take my place.
That won't be necessary. I'm about due for a promotion anyway, in one army or the other, so I'll trouble you for your coat.
If you put this uniform on, you'll be shot as a spy.
If I'm captured.
You will be.
Tucker, Calhoun, you're about to become Yankee sergeants.
Yes, sir. Hope the folks back home don't hear about this.
Lynn, take the troop up to Sand Creek Crossing. Cut the trail both ways.
What shall I do with him?
Keep him entertained until I join you again.
Here.
Thank you. You ought to watch that waistline, Major. Those Washington desk jobs will do it every time.
You're not going to get away with this, you know.
Have a cigar and take off your pants.
Indian country. You all aiming to get us scalped?
They're expecting us. We want to let them know we're here. And watch that you all start. You're supposed to be a Yankee.
I'll try, Captain.
And remember, he's a major.
Maybe you ought to brought someone along a little more smart than me.
I brought you for your shooting eye, not for your brain.
Thank you, sir. Sir.
You are the emissary from Washington?
Yes, sir.
Major Reardon. I don't suppose you know who I am.
No, sir.
Page was my name. Major General Harrison Page.
Well, I'm afraid I don't.
You should. You were my aide for a number of years. You haven't aged a bit, Tom. I'd say you'd even grown younger.
Well, maybe it's the climate or the active life I've been leading.
Maybe so. And maybe it's because you're wearing another man's uniform.
Yes, that could account for the difference, couldn't it? Which one's the chief?
The gentleman on the left is Mangus Coloradus. The one on the right is Cochise. The gentleman in the center is Chi. And I'm Grey Cloud.
You?
You should bone up on your military history before you impersonate an officer. You would know that General Page became an Apache when the Army disapproved of his marriage to an Indian. And who is it I'm addressing? You might as well tell the truth. You're probably going to be spread-eagled over an anthill anyway.
Captain Britain, Army of the Confederate States of America. The man Reardon wants you to kill for him.
And what did you hope to accomplish by this deception, Captain Britain?
I wanted to keep the Indians out of it.
The government promised to stop treating the Apaches like outlaws in their own country if we helped them.
That promise won't mean very much if they lose the war.
Can your side offer better?
We don't want your help. We're not fighting women and children.
That was not what the Union government asked of us.
If your men got started, could you guarantee to keep them under control?
Why...
You talk of peace. Well, this is your chance to have it. This isn't the Indians' war, so let the white man fight it out himself.
I have to admire your unmitigated gall. But it's not up to me alone. It's for these gentlemen to decide. Sit down.
Soldado, Pelicano, no beschi, sono, hatakines.
Nai nata yiri hima in na on megwa eku.
Eve ham emi. E pan hoge.
Na bon dase.
It's taken an uncommon long time to make up their minds.
Time is something Apaches worry very little about.
You?
Oh, I've come around to their way of thinking about most things.
Like the anthill for me.
Who was it started the practice of paying bounties for Indian scalps? Who made treaties and promptly broke them? When promises I had made were ignored by the man who succeeded me in command of this territory, I was compelled, as a matter of pure ethics, to side with the Indians. My conscience wouldn't let me do otherwise.
In a war between the whites and reds, would you remain an Indian?
You fight for what you believe in. So do I.
Pelicano, nida duma, hakoshi.
Geronimo never hoepan, nine never yeta.
Taya mata Pelicano, Behan, Nabanweji.
Ne kona shea. Watley, dime baitiwa, baoga, Pelicano.
We will not fight. We will live in peace.
Good.
Oya, thank you. Bravo, Atawa, Manya.
Nima, nina, chawe, hokwa, Pelicano, nisho.
You may go, but there is a price to pay for our neutrality. One of our young chiefs, Geronimo, has been accused of massacring a wagon train. He and his men are held prisoners in San Gil.
They're guilty. We've seen the dead men.
If that's true, we will punish them in our own way. But the white men must set them free.
That's rather a large order. San Gil is a Yank town. Even this uniform might not work there.
You have 24 hours to find out.
We'd better get going then. Tell them to release my men.
They will remain here as hostages.
Oh, no. They're not going to get stretched over anthills because someone in San Gil remembers Major Reagan. We'll all try to free Geronimo, or we'll all go to the anthills.
You'd make a good Indian.
Thank you.
24 hours.
I haven't been to town for so long, I forgot what a woman looks like.
There's one.
Is that a woman?
Well, I think so.
Don't remind him too soon.
As I was at the store, maybe now I can find me some of them whorehound candies for my sore throat.
Sonny, what's going on over there?
They're gonna hang some Indians.
You gonna string them up, Lieutenant, or do we do it?
Nobody's gonna string anybody up until they've had a hearing.
I thought you soldiers was here to protect us and not them Indians.
The marshal here asked for our help.
You got a funny idea how to get reelected.
I never asked for this job, but while I got it, I'm gonna do it right.
What's going on here, Lieutenant?
We have some Indian prisoners inside, sir. They want to hang them without a trial.
There'll be no mob action here. Go on about your business.
We figure this is our business. Them Indians massacred 3 white people.
What are we waiting on? Let's go get them.
What's your name, sir?
What's it to you?
His name is Evans, sir.
Sergeant? If anyone in this crowd makes a move, you'll shoot Mr. Evans.
With pleasure, sir.
Hey, wait a minute.
Shall we go inside, Lieutenant? As you were.
You think we ought to leave a sergeant in charge with that mob out there, sir?
The mob is Mr. Evans' worry now.
Now listen, you. No sense flying off the handle. Let's wait and see what the soldiers are going to do about it.
That's what's known as delegating authority, Lieutenant,
Crosby, sir.
I'm Major Reagan.
Not by any chance the Reardon that climbed the flagpole at West Point.
You were there?
No, sir, but I heard my brother tell about it. He was in a class below you.
I guess I'll never live that down. Now, what's all this about these Indian prisoners?
We captured them near where a supply train was massacred. A fellow named McQuaid. He ran a trading post here.
McQuaid? Well, that's the man I was sent out here to meet. Did he mention anything to you about it before he left?
No, sir. As a matter of fact, we didn't get along very well.
Well, he was to take me to the Apache chief to arrange a treaty.
That's too bad, sir.
Maybe if I could talk to the Indian prisoners here, they might know where Gray Cloud is.
That's up to the marshal, sir. I'll call him. Oh, Marshal?
I'm Major Reagan from Washington. I'd like to question your prisoners, if I might.
Why, sure. I guess that'll be all right.
Which one is Geronimo?
How'd you know any of them was Geronimo?
I heard his name mentioned as I came through the crowd out there.
I see. That one there.
Why did you kill the traitor, McQuaid?
He sold my men bad whiskey and bad guns. The whiskey poisoned some, and the guns blew the heads off many Indians. He deserved to die. I do not understand why we are put in jail for killing him.
I think of a good reason. I'll let him know. I came out here to help your people. I want to know how to find Gray Cloud.
If we are not turned loose, Gray Cloud will find you.
If you only trust me, I'd let him and his men guide me there alone.
You mean you want me to turn them loose?
I'd be responsible.
Ain't nobody responsible for him but me. Sorry, Major.
Well, now, just a minute. I was sent 2,000 miles to see Gray Cloud. The man who was to take me there is